I like to believe that I have a say in what happens in my life. I think most of us feel that way. I choose which clothes I wear, who I'm friends with, whether I have children or not, how I have my coffee in the morning. These choices, while they are my choices, are never truly free. They are informed by a range of environmental factors, social, cultural, economic, that I have little control over. Yet, others acknowledge my decisions as mine. But what about other kinds of choices? What if I wanted to die? What if I committed suicide? Suicide is defined as the act of intentionally taking one's own life. This definition suggests that there is a person who makes a conscious decision. However, today, in the West, in the academic literature and public discussion, suicide is viewed as a symptom of mental illness or of social factors. In these explanations, a person doesn't choose suicide, but is a passive victim of it. In my thesis, I argue that the only response we have today to suicide is prevention, and to think anything else is considered immoral, unethical, and irresponsible, because we must protect victims. But why is it that we think so differently about choice when it comes to suicide as opposed to other important decisions? I mean, I can choose to have children without being considered a victim. So we must find a way to recognize that there is a person who makes a choice in suicide while acknowledging that all choices are influenced by environmental factors. Or in other words, we must ask what it is that prevents us from acknowledging that a person has agency in suicide. My thesis interrogates the discourses of prevention in suicide, where they come from and what their consequences are. Let me clarify, this is not a pro-suicide argument, but it's not exactly pro-prevention either. It's about interrogating the deeply rooted moral assumptions we have about suicide that stop us from talking about it openly. What are the consequences of our current understandings of suicide for notions of control, risk, blame, and ultimately for the well-being of the suicidal individual and those left behind? My research aims to challenge popular discussions of suicide and take them into new and complex directions. Thank you.